Namaskar. A smile on the face. Don't look serious. We're going to talk something which is going to be for all of us. We are all consumers. Thanks, Anil, Sajna. Hey, Sajna. Hi. Kamal ka kaam kiye ho tum. Very good. Very good work. You know, you got me taking back to 1987. Lalitji, 1987, before Justice Iradi. Will you recall?
Yeah.
Justice Iradi was the president of the National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. The Consumer Protection Act came into effect in 1986. Bihar was the first state to implement the Consumer Protection Act in 1987. And I happened to be the first one to go before the State Commission, where I went before Federal Bank of India because they went into a writing strike where I had an account.
I appeared for the bank. That was my first case.
And you will remember,
And we
I was lonely standing there, and you had a battery of people with huge books quoting huge, kind of orders. And I was against him because he was contesting, because I had got a compensation from the State Commission for the irresponsible behavior of the bank, and he was protecting the bank that it was not irresponsible, it was uncalled for, we couldn't help it, it was unforeseen, and all these kind of, jargon. Lalitji, what a wonderful reunion.
Yeah,
Nice to.
good to see.
Yes. Bejon Kumar Mishra versus Federal Bank of India. I have a reference to that. The first case which came before the National Commission. Friends, I've been listening very carefully from the morning. And as I said, Dr. Saab ko to koi kabhi bhul hi nahi sakta hai. You can't do without the medical practitioners. You have to go to them. Kuch bhi ho, they are like our God. Kuch bhi ho. Huh?
Especially if they use tobacco.
Yeah, and even if you don't use, they always have a knack to tell you, ये टेस्ट करके लाओ पहले, फिर तुमको बताएंगे कि तुम्हारा क्या क्या गलतियां हैं. हम आपको नहीं विश्वास करेंगे, हम अपना रेडियोलॉजिस्ट को विश्वास करेंगे, हमारा पैथोलॉजिस्ट को विश्वास करेंगे. Thanks to Consumer Protection Act again. My good friends of the medical profession called me and said, बहुत अच्छा काम किए जो एक्ट ले आए. हम बोले क्यों? हमारा इनकम 4 गुना बढ़ गया. So my contention is, you see what happens when you force something on people. And I want to start with, as I'm told by the organizers, I'm supposed to catch on the rights of the consumers, right? So 1986 में कानून आया officially, and we had a very dynamic prime minister that time, let me tell you. When I approached him, he said, 10 चीज मत मांगो, एक चीज मांगो, कोई भी एक चीज मांगो. हम बोले कि सर खाली एक ही चीज चाहिए, कंज्यूमर को एक कानूनी रूप दे दीजिए. Give the consumer a legal face, a legal right. We have got 34 laws in the country protecting the consumers, but they are not protecting the consumers, they are protecting the Inspector Raj. They are pushing people to pay fine, डरा के, धमका के, उनके inspection, raid, फराना, consumer बेचारा वहीं का वहीं. So I convinced the Prime Minister that we need a law which will protect the consumer. And he immediately called H.K.L. Bhagat that time, he was the minister. तुरंत उनको बुलाए और बोले 6 महीने में ये कानून बननी चाहिए. He was such a dynamic Prime Minister. Young, energetic, अरे और कौन हो सकता है यार? तुम नाम क्यों फिर गड़बड़ हो जाएगा, लाइव हो रहा है. So what I want to tell you people is very simple. You see, you got your rights in 1986. What were those rights? 1986 का चल नहीं सकता ज़्यादा दिन तक, तो 2019 में नया लॉ आ गया, द मोदी लॉ, कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट. मोदी रिजीम का कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट 2019 में आया, 2020 में रूल्स बन गया, वो अब चलने लग गए. क्या रूल्स, क्या लॉज बना? The right to be protected against marketing of goods, products or services which are hazardous to life and property. सुबह से सुन रहे हैं. And the right to be informed about the quality, quantity, potency, purity, standard and price of the goods, products or services as the case may be, so as to protect the consumer against unfair trade practice. The right to be assured wherever possible access to a variety of goods, products or services at competitive prices. The right to be heard and to be assured that consumers' interest will receive due consideration at appropriate fora. The right to seek redressal against unfair trade practice or restrictive trade practices or unscrupulous exploitation of consumers, and the right to consumer awareness.
के हेल्थ केयर के
ये 6 right जो आया,
सेमिनार
yeah, I'll try. Because after 7 minutes, Athar, nobody listens to you. So, what I want to tell you all today, friends, is that the debate is you bring in regulations to develop standards. You don't bring in regulations to debar or deny people in terms of accessibility of a product or a service. तो ताली तो बनता है.
Simple as that.
ताली तो
Simple as
बनता
that.
है, boss.
Very true. Absolutely.
ताली तो बनता है क्योंकि you see we forget our rights. Our right is what? हमको choice चाहिए. तुम कौन हो बोलने वाले? हमारे पैसे हैं. हम पेमेंट कर रहे हैं. हम सब जानते हैं जो आप छाप रहे हो, बता रहे हो, हमको सिखा रहे हो, हमको अवेयर कर रहे हो, हम सब जानते हैं और फिर भी हम करते हैं. तुम कौन हो रोकने वाले? So the law should be enabling. You see, सबसे मजेदार चीज क्या हुआ, हम लास्ट में आए, जो हम बोलना चाह रहे थे, ललित जी सब बता दिए, सब लोग बता दिए. इतना बढ़िया कर दिए ना ललित जी, आप क्या बताएं आप? इतना मजा आया, गजल सुन रहे थे जब when you were speaking. It was wonderful. What I wanted to tell you all is that he has given the constitutional aspects and everything he has explained. Now, what I will say is, as a commoner, like you and me, I know tobacco is a legitimate product. You are selling it legitimately. It's been distributed in a legitimate manner. It all got derived out of a exercise which happened globally, which is known as Framework Convention on Tobacco Control. 2000 से लेकर 2004 तक हर साल 6 टाइम हम जिनीवा जाते थे. कौन नहीं चाहता है जिनीवा जाए? इतना ब्यूटीफुल अपॉर्चुनिटी. लेकिन इतने मेहनत किए हम लोग 4 साल. क्या मेहनत? अमेरिका, क्यूबा, कई कंट्रीज इसको होने नहीं देना चाह रहे थे. क्यों? क्योंकि उनका कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल राइट्स के विरोध में था. एंड इंडिया वाज द फ्रंट रनर. हमारा भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में है, लेकिन वी वर द फ्रंट रनर टू टॉक अबाउट हेल्थ एंड सेफ्टी ऑफ द कंज्यूमर. हमारे कंज्यूमर्स इंटरनेशनल जो इंटरनेशनल बॉडी है, उसके एनुअल सेशन में हम जब रेजोल्यूशंस डाले कि वी शुड पार्टिसिपेट इन द फ्रेमवर्क कन्वेंशन ऑन टोबैको कंट्रोल, लोग ऑब्जेक्ट करने लगे. कंज्यूमर्स कहने लगे, बड़े बड़े नेता हैं जो वर्ल्ड के कंज्यूमर्स के, ओके, व्हाई आर यू इन्फ्रिंजिंग ऑन माय राइट्स? I have a choice. Who are you to tell me whether I smoke in my house or I don't smoke in my house or I smoke in some place or the other? Who are you to tell me? Don't infringe on my rights. हम लोग वोटिंग डाले, एनुअल जनरल बॉडी मीटिंग में वोट की उस रेजोल्यूशन में. हम बोले लेट्स पुट इट ऑन वोट, लेट्स सी कितने फेवर में है, कितने अगेंस्ट में है. जीत गए, क्योंकि व्हेन द चिप्स आर डाउन, कोई नहीं दिखाना चाहता है कि हम कंज्यूमर के हेल्थ के अगेंस्ट में हैं. The issue is that nobody can say that tobacco is not harmful, tobacco doesn't kill. सारे डेटा है. लेकिन ये जानते हुए भी, we all believe that you cannot infringe on my choice, you cannot infringe on my freedom for choice, because it is me who is paying money to access that. You have to give me full information, credible information, evidence-based information. आप जैसे लॉयर एविडेंस खोजते हो, we as consumers also look for evidence. Evidence from whom? नॉट टॉम डिक एंड हैरी की किसी को स्पॉन्सर कर दिया, एक स्टडी बना दिया, ना ना ना, फ्रॉम न्यूट्रल credible organizations who are known to give good scientific study. We believe in that. और उसको लेकर बैठते हैं हम लोग negotiation में, उस studies को लेकर हम लोग negotiation में बैठते हैं. We don't go with emotions when we talk scientific studies. So friends, my question is, you ban a product, और इस पर हम elaborate नहीं करना चाहेंगे क्योंकि sufficiently ललित जी ने समझा दिया है कि it was अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल. हम ये कतई नहीं मानेंगे कि आप कुछ भी भला सोच लो हमारे लिए, आप कौन हो बैन करने के लिए. दैट लॉ, उसको क्या बोलता है, द लॉ विच सेज द प्रोविजन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सिगरेट्स प्रोडक्शन, मैन्युफैक्चर, इंपोर्ट, एक्सपोर्ट, ट्रांसपोर्ट, सेल, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, स्टोरेज एंड एडवर्टाइजमेंट एक्ट ऑफ 2019, इसको रिविजिट करना अनिवार्य है, अनिवार्य है. यदि सरकार नहीं करेंगे तो पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट तो करना ही पड़ेगा, इसके अलावा कोई चारा तो है ही नहीं. क्योंकि हम तो बोल रहे हैं कि आप करो, हम चाहते हैं कि आप सुन लो मेरी बात. नहीं सुनना चाहेंगे तो नेचुरली वी विल हैव टू लुक फॉर अ लीगल वे टू अप्रोच इट. And what I am trying to convey today is, we all must agree to one fact. And please, for heaven's sake, keep demanding that. And I will close there, saying that you have a right to your safety, you have a right to credible information, you have a right to informed choice. Nobody can take away those rights from you, and please do not allow anybody to take away those rights from you, because you are the person who is paying not only to buy that product, but you are the person who is paying the taxes to govern the country. Thank you very much.